So in an ideal world, you want to start your training sessions with all your players ready to go. They've all turned up early, they've all got changed, and they're ready to jump straight into it. But it's not an ideal world, is it? Because it's grassroots football. So if you want a training session that's going to incorporate all your players as they turn up in dribs and drabs, watch this. Right, so here we go. It's the start to our training session, right? And we know that kids are going to turn up late. Yeah? So we got mum and dad, like we said, picking them up from school, picking them up from clubs and bringing them to our training session. Now, we want something when they turn up, they can just like dive straight in. Now, you're going to get players that are always early. So there you go, you've got Jake and Mary, they're early. And just about as you're going to start, you have another one turn up and another one turn up. But then invariably, you're always going to have, I tell you what, you're always going to have, here's Billy, look, Billy's turned up in the car, Dad's driving, big smile on his face, 15 minutes late. Now, that doesn't help us if we've got a structured training session where we need a certain amount of players. But this one doesn't matter because Billy's dad is bringing Billy. Here he comes, look, just strolling over. But we've already started our session. Billy's dad says, oh, training starts at 7:30, right? And I'm thinking, no, training don't start at 7:30. Training starts at 7. It started at 7 for the last 2 years. But you can't say that. He's late every week. So we need to have like a warm-up session that is going to incorporate players as they turn up. Right, so this is what we call 4 corners, 4 colours. So the way we're going to set it out, right? So we've got an area here that we've just marked out. It doesn't matter how big the area is. You just do it to accommodate your players, how many players you got, their age group. If you find it's too small, just make it bigger. If you find it's too big, make it smaller, right? Now, I've marked out the corners here. So, in an ideal world, if you've got cones, there you go, you can mark them out, look. Put them there. But you don't need cones, right? Surely you can find an area of grass somewhere where you don't need cones, but for the purposes of this, and we're going to pretend we're an academy, even though we're not an academy, we never will be. In fact, we don't want to be, do we? We're coaching grassroots football, right? So there's our 4 corners, and what I tend to do is I tend to put a bib in every corner, like so. Don't really look like a bib, but it is what it is. Now, if you haven't got a bib, it doesn't matter. Just name the area. Oh, that one's gone totally wrong. So I'm going to go, right, blue bib, green bib, red bib, orange bib. Now, if you haven't got bibs, just give it a name. Give it an animal name, like, I don't know, what's that? A cat or a pig, whatever it is. And here we've got a dog that doesn't look like a dog. In fact, let's call it a camel. And we've got tortoise and, I don't know, a worm. It don't even have to be a square. Why can't we do a triangle? Yeah, do a triangle, and then you just got your cat and your dog and your camel, or whatever you want to do. Right, so the aim of the game is, as they turn it up, so say we've got 2 there already. So there's a middle bit in the area, and you just get them running around. So we're not going to have a ball at the beginning, just simply because we want the body movement, the shape, jumping and twisting and turning and having fun. They're going to be hyped. They've eaten sweets in the car on the way here. Mum and Dad applied them with sugar and then just give them to us, right? So they run around like lunatics. So they're running around in the middle, and then Billy turns up 15 minutes late, and they're all having a jolly time. They're all pushing each other, shoving each other, because we don't see that in most YouTube videos, but that's what happens, right? But they're having fun, so that's all that matters. So they're running around, and coach, look, yeah, look, here's me, smallest one of the lot, yeah? I coach under 15s and I'm the tiniest one there, but I'm not a big fella anyway. So coach calls a colour, yeah? And the idea is they've all got to get, so I've said blue, right? Yeah, just to make it clear, blue, yeah? Or cat, pig, cat. They're all running into the area, trying to get there first, yeah? Make it a bit more fun, because sometimes they're just sorting about. If you just say something like, I don't know, I say, last one to the corner, Mum or Dad has to do 10 press-ups. Hey, they love it, don't they? Love it. So they go running to green now, and you'll get this one here, wants mum and dad to do press ups. So they'll just be hanging right about, no, Dad, you're gonna do press ups. Anyway, right? So there's your first part of it. So we're all here in the middle, yeah? And we're running around, and you're gonna do that for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, or forever, as long as how long like all your players have got to turn up, yeah? So that's your first part. It's a 3-part warm up, right? Easy as you like. Anyone can coach this. You don't need any equipment. Just do it. Mark off an area with twigs, whatever you want, yeah? So the second part right now, so I've only got 4 balls, so I'm going to lose a player because they need to go and see mum and dad. They need to get a drink of water, yeah? So we're going to introduce a ball, and we're just going to do the same thing. Running around in the area in the middle, yeah? Maybe try and introduce some twists and turns, a little trick or something like that. Now here's one thing I'm going to say to you that you just really need to do, yeah? You've got to tell them lots of little touches, because if you don't tell them lots of little touches, it's going to be chaos, and you're going to end up with balls over there, and the whole warm-up's not going to work, right? So we're doing our twists and turns. We call a colour. We're going to go red worm, all in there. Yeah, we take the balls. This one's hanging about, wants dad to do press-ups or mum to do press-ups, yeah? So that's your part 2. Easy as you like. Do that for 5-10 minutes. And then, if you want to introduce something a little bit different, what I kind of do sometimes, and it all depends on the level of your players, but I might just introduce a couple of defenders. 1, maybe 2 defenders, yeah? Don't call them defenders, because they ain't going to want to do it, because the kids think defending's boring. So I call them catchers, yeah? So ask for a couple of volunteers, catchers. Yeah, I want to be a catcher, yeah? And so when you call a colour out, so we're going to go orange, I don't know what that is, I forgot, it's a tortoise, turtle, whatever it is. And they're going to defend and try and nick the ball away. If they nick the ball away, then this one becomes a catcher as well, yeah? And we just play this out until there's no balls left. Once you've done that in that 3 parts, that's going to be easy 15-20 minutes of your session, your warm up. Then you just move on to the next part of your session.